What's going on YouTube? James Prigioni coming to you live. It's October 12th. We had a nice rain yesterday, so a bunch of seeds came up and everything past couple of days, and we still got things growing, so having to clean out the garden. We do it a little different way. Sepp Holzer does it. It's a method where you just let the snow come if it snows and knock everything down, and that's when everything gets knocked down, and then it has all air between it. So the breakdown is more of an aerobic one, so you're not getting like the anaerobic slimy stuff. So things are still doing well. You can see some bees are still out. It was a nice day today, so figured I'd bring you along. Show you a couple of the apple trees that we planted from seed. Some of the ones that did well. This one did well. These are only just the first year we planted from seed. You can see the stalk on it is doing pretty well. Okay, that one's doing nice. We have another one out here we planted. This one we had planted a little earlier, but this one's doing well also. And then here's some smaller ones down here. These ones didn't do quite as well, but they're still pretty strong. They're definitely thick stalks. They're not really weak. There's another one over here. But then this one did one of the best probably. You can see it canopying out on top of the carrots and everything. The carrots probably helped it a lot, helped to pull up moisture for it and keep it available. So I'll probably be putting carrots at the base of when we're putting apple trees. So next year I'll be planting spots with bunch of apple tree seeds and also carrots with it to help along. There's some tomatoes back there still waiting. We have a very lot of green tomatoes and stuff, so hopefully we can hold out another couple weeks without a frost so we can get more tomatoes, even though we're still getting some. This is like more of an orange variety, it looks like. All the radishes are doing well. Another tomato we've got. Asparagus is doing okay. This is a patch where it's just got a lot of flowers for tomatoes and stuff, so like I said, if we can hold out without a frost. There's some basil too. Frost, and we'll be getting a lot more tomatoes, even though we've got a good amount already this year. Here's some okra, saving seed from. That's pretty almost dry probably. You can see mustard greens and stuff reseeded themselves, just fell from right there and reseeded. We've had that with radishes and all different stuff. We've actually harvested radishes that reseeded themselves. So we got second year radishes in 1 year, and they reseeded themselves. Here's another apple tree. This one didn't do as well. It was getting stepped on, so I had to kind of parch it up next to a tree, but still, if we graft something to it, the rootstock is still good. Watermelon, some of the radishes. There's second generation radishes. And this is what happens. Right here you can see this radish just fell. And we'll just leave it. And these, or just knock them around or whatever, and they'll just reseed whenever they're ready. It's a little tiny tomato tree plant. It's got very, very small tomatoes. There's a bigger watermelon over there. We only had one watermelon so far. It was really good, but we're hoping to get a couple more. But we're happy with what we got. We got some seed from it and stuff. Here's a nice tomato patch. Tomatoes in there, some nasturtiums, calendula. This looks like we might have a carrot that actually went to flower the first year. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of that, unless it's something else besides a carrot in the same family, but I couldn't really find it. And then just a bunch of tomatoes everywhere. And then beds in here. Looks like there's some oregano. More tomatoes. We're going to have a lot of tomatoes. There's a bunch of tomatoes that I just threw in the garden also. So there's tomatoes and cucumbers just around in the garden that we'll just seed for next year. So we should be getting a lot of tomatoes next year. We got a decent amount this year, but we should really be getting a lot next year. Sorry for the wind. Oh, here's one that fell. Nice, a good one too. So I just wanted to bring you along, show you how some of the apple seeds did. Show you that we're just trying to hold on to the garden as long as possible. We're not going to pull anything out or do anything. We'll let the snow come, knock it down, so there's air between, and let everything just compost itself naturally. Probably bring a compost pile into here and let it compost into the winter, and just send out some compost tea and stuff. And then we'll just come next year and just seed it. Just throw seeds in here and let the volunteers come up, and we'll go through and pick out whatever you don't want. And this has helped with a lot of learning identification for plants, even from seeds and from starts and stuff. From when they're just small seedlings, I'm learning to identify plants, and it's working out for us. So, need another apple tree. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We got the strawberries moving around everywhere, and under some of the apple trees, we got a bunch of root crops to help bring up the water. Thanks for tuning in, guys. James Prigioni is out.